Today we're going to do another exercise involving the verbs from list 10 and applying some of those patterns that we also learned. So here are the directions before we start. Number 1, please use the patterns that you learned in class the other day to complete the sentences below. After you have used the pattern to complete the sentence, be sure to write the sentence in English underneath. Please do not use any translators. Also, please do not use notes or resources. Any use of a translator or notes or another resource may very well result in a failing grade for you, so not something you want to do. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you are feeling tempted to use a translator or notes or something else, that's why I'm here. Ask a question, and we'll try and get you on track. Also, remember that I will be popping in and out of your Google Doc to help you and answer questions and suggest some edits. So, let's move on. Down here at the bottom, you can see that there are 6 sentences in Spanish. We are going to do the example up here together so you can see exactly what you need to do for each one. Now you'll notice the first word you have yo, and then in parentheses there is a word that comes from list 10, which of course is full of verbs. This word is beber, which I'm sure you already know means to drink. And after that you have el jugo, the juice. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to change that word beber in parentheses, because beber means to drink. And yo means I, so you don't want to say I to drink. So we are going to apply one of the patterns that we learned last class. If you remember, we said the first thing you want to do is remove that E and the R, which leaves you like this. And each subject, like yo or tu, has a special pattern that is used on the end of verbs. And this pattern and the subject go together. So if you remember, the pattern that we said you use for yo is the letter O. So after you have removed the E and the R, you simply put an O on the end. Now they match. And then finish your sentence. Yo bebo el jugo. We're halfway done. Underneath each of your new sentences, after you have applied the pattern, you simply need to type the meaning of the sentence in English. Yo, as we already said, means I. Bebo is the word for drink. El is the. Jugo is juice. And finish. Now we can move on to the next one. There are 6 down at the bottom, as I mentioned before. Please follow the same routine as we just did on this example. You'll notice that the first one starts with yo, so it's going to follow the exact same pattern, and you're going to use the same method that we just did. But there are also some where the subject is tu. That will be slightly different. Please follow the same method, just make sure the ones with tu use the right pattern for tu. If you have any questions, please let me know, and again, I will be popping in and out of your docs should you need help and to give you some feedback. Adios.